This is Puppets by Arlee. I'm Arlee, and this is how you make a plaster mold for a marionette head. So you can make several of the same shape of head. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. This is Puppets by Arlee, and this is how to make a casting of a marionette head. So first I'm starting off with my clay marionette head. And then I'm going to use Plaster of Paris. And I'm going to use a box that will be the outline of my mold. First, make a small box out of cardboard. Now if you have a cardboard box that totally fits, extra bonus. But if you don't, you can create one by using scraps of cardboard taped together. And since our marionette head is on a dowel, you can either cut the box, or I'm just going to take advantage of this slit in the side of my box and lay my marionette head in diagonally like that. Next, we're going to be pouring plaster into this box. I have a scrap of a garbage bag here. Lay that into the box. And be sure you be able to shimmy your marionette head inside. Next, we'll mix the plaster. The recipe is 2 cups of plaster powder for 1 cup of water. So I have just an old food container that I'm going to use as a measuring cup. And stir that up. And pour that into your box. Pour a little bit first. Then take petroleum jelly and cover your marionette head. And get the dowel too. And then lay this in to your mold. When it's almost dry, drop some marbles into your mold, and these will serve as a key and lock system later in case we want to use this mold for a men doll head. Okay, we have waited a day and our head mold is dry. So we're first going to take out the marbles. Then we're going to cover this with a layer of petroleum jelly. And cover the head and the surface of the first layer of the mold. Make a second set of plaster. I've let this set for about 4 days. There is my plaster mold with the head inside. And then there's a seam along where the second mold or the second layer of plaster has been put on top of the first layer of plaster. That's what we need to separate. All right. So, this is the back of my head and some ears there. So, here's our clay head. And there are our 2 head mold pieces. We can start our first layer of internal paper mache. I have some scraps of construction paper that you can get at a hardware store. Mixed with wood glue. I have a wire to poke and stir it. Next, you'll use petroleum jelly and coat the inside of your mold. And start your paper mache. After your head has dried in the mold with several layers of paper mache, take it out. Use some needle nose pliers and pull out your face. Okay, so once you've taken your face out of the mold, sand it a little bit, then take the two layers, we will rubber band them together, but first draw a glue line along the edge. Some rubber bands around. Next, you can start to paper mache, and my paper mache is just wood glue and hardware store construction paper. And although later I'll do a whole nother layer on the outside, but you can start with filling in the holes. And then put that aside to dry. When you get the two halves of the plaster mold, you can then put Vaseline on the inside and start paper macheing to make several paper mache heads of the same shape.